Yesterday, a shaft of light. Yesterday, a shaft of light cut into the darkness.
Social. Solitary, solitary, solitary.
Don't attempt to remove an inhabited wasp nest yourself unless you're completely protected from head to foot. Or, better yet, call a professional instead. Those wasps can get pretty testy, let me tell you. The face of a wasp is a wondrous thing. The fearsome female wood wasp. That spike is no stinger, only a tool for drilling holes and laying eggs. The adult jewel wasp eats nectar, but baby wasps need meat to grow on before they become vegetarians. Copycats. That bee fly is no bumblebee, the hoverfly no wasp, and the queen tree wasp doesn't sting. From the queen to the workers, the nest of the common wasp is a well-coordinated building project. Like people, many wasps love sweets. It's the Tarantula Hawk Wasp 1, the Spider 0. Her babies will now have plenty of food. A gall on a tree is home for gall wasp larvae, if they don't fall prey to the chalcid wasp.
Larva, larvae. Parasitic, parasitic.
Even wasps have bad days. One might kill a caterpillar, fight to keep it, and lug it home. Into the house for a second, and dinner gets stolen.
Predator. Prey.
20,000 teeth in one lifetime? The shark is a tooth factory, with rows of replacement teeth at the ready. A chainmail suit protects a diver against a shark's bite, but not from bruises or broken bones. Clever and careful, the great white shark closes in on prey with a spiraling pattern. When you eat fish and chips, you may be eating a type of shark. Sharks provide other types of food too. Caging people for a change. That way, sharks and people can both get a good look at each other. Sharks have lived on Earth since dinosaur times, and they haven't changed much for millions of years. Streamlined, powerful predators, they're perfectly suited for life in the sea. The king ragworm breathes through things that look like legs. Some of these worms grow almost a meter long. Does this crab look like a pie crust to you? Well, it should, because that's how it got its name. A discarded shell is home to a hermit crab and his guest, the ragworm.
If you see a shark fin surface near you as you're swimming, don't start thrashing around. Just swim steadily toward the beach, repeating, "Jaws was just a movie. Jaws was just a movie." Crabs are mostly scavengers, so while you're on the beach, keep moving. If you lie still for too long, a crab may think you're dead and come up to take a bite.
The crayfish, related to the crab and the lobster, can live only in clean rivers and lakes. Because of its soft body, the hermit crab has to borrow a discarded shell for protection. A male fiddler crab uses his big fiddling claw to protect his territory on the beach. It may be called a velvet crab, but it's a fierce hunter. Crabs. Whatever are these odd beasts up to? They're climbing trees, practicing weird arm signals on the beach, and dancing with each other in the sand.
Did you know that when people get hurt by wild animals, it's usually because they're doing something really dumb? Click my button over there to the right, and I'll show you what I mean. Oh, what a sweet little thing. I'll just give it these marshmallows, Herman, while you take a picture. Famous last words. While the tourists are sidling up to the bear cub, Mom is probably browsing just on the other side of that big tree. All it takes is one little squeak from Baby. Whoa, yeah, and Mom's a whole lot bigger than most people count on. Not to mention faster, and meaner. After all, just what is that stranger doing with her cub? Keep the marshmallows in the car, and you'll stand a better chance of keeping all your body parts in one place. Cameras get a lot of amateur photographers in trouble. The scenario usually goes something like this. Just a little closer, Noreen. Just a little closer. 5 more steps and the shot will be perfect. Sure. A buffalo might let you come 5 steps closer, but who knows? 2 more steps might be the limit before it stomps you into a throw rug. This may be called a monster, but that's because of its looks, not because of its personality. You have to work really hard to get a Gila Monster riled up. They'd much rather hide than fight. Most people that have gotten into trouble were doing things like betting they could put their fingers into the lizard's mouth without getting bitten, or carrying a Gila Monster inside their jackets. I don't have to tell you that this is really dumb, do I? Here's another creature that's often been the victim of human
During the day, hyenas are usually seen skulking around a kill, waiting for their turn to eat. But after dark, hyenas turn into skillful hunters. So if you hear a hyena laughing in the dark, don't try to join the party. Hyenas look an awful lot like dogs, but they're not even related. A pack of hyenas would gladly grab one of these. A clan of spotted hyenas lives in a central den. Females rule here. A lion will steal a hyena's meal if it can. Ah, the life of a scavenger. Hyenas take any free meat they can get. Hyenas were long thought to eat only the kills of other animals. But experts now know that hyenas are skillful and deadly pack hunters. In fact, lions often steal the kills of hyenas. Don't even think about touching a brilliantly colored tree frog. It's likely to be highly toxic. Just admire the bright colors from afar. I always use binoculars myself. Yes, can't be too careful. Why, of course frogs have ears. They just prefer to keep them out of sight. Frogs in bogs, frogs in ponds, frogs in swamps. But frogs in trees? Another brightly colored amphibian lives in the rainforest of Central America. Who can tell poison arrow frogs or mantellas apart? Even experts have trouble. Frogs, like these two for example, are very sophisticated creatures underwater. We can learn a lot from animals, like when things might be going really wrong. Tiny, pretty, and deadly. Watch out for the bright yellow frog and the blue-ringed octopus. Frogs that look like ducks, or maybe more like pieces of bark. Poison arrow frogs watch over their babies until they mature, and their own poisonous protection takes over. Poison arrow frogs live in the trees of the rainforest. When you're a tiny frog, it's a good defense to be poisonous.
Why, it's a jungle out here. So many frightening creatures. Are they all truly dangerous? Will I ever get out alive? Well, this looks like the least dangerous thing around here. Oh, just what I need. I can discover where the creatures are hiding. Oh, this snake looks familiar. Oh, good thing it's not venomous. It merely squeezes the breath out of its victims. These words look hot. Unbelievable! Green snakes that start out red! I don't have to stay in the jungle. I can find creatures that hunt in the grasslands. Or, with just a click, visit an animal that lives in the Arctic. Wild animals are everywhere, even in movies. I can find out about creatures that live in the ocean.
Polar bears can paddle around in icy waters. Another mammal that you might see swimming among the ice floes is a killer whale.
What does this beast have for dinner? Oh, good. People are not on the menu. There are games. Oh, I think I know the answer to this one. Yes! In the index, I can find all types of creatures by clicking buttons or by typing. With the Options menu, I can print or copy any creature to the desktop or to the clipboard, or control whether there's a lot of noise or just a little. I can even install a screensaver. Oh! Expert guides are always on hand to show a way through the wilderness.
Come along and I'll show you some of the tough shots to get. Click my button to get started.
Why, I can survive in a world of dangerous creatures. And you can too. There are hundreds of wild creatures waiting to meet you. To meet you. In Microsoft Dangerous Creatures.